Hi, and welcome to the Mastering Sessions series. Now, every adjustment that you make in the mastering session will affect the perception of every instrument in the mix. And in this video, I'm going to demonstrate EQ in the mastering stage. EQ in mastering really needs to be subtle. Let me demonstrate. I've loaded up the mix and I've added an EQ, and I've just added in a very subtle boost at around about 8 kilohertz. You can see that I've just lifted it by 2 dBs, and I'm going to play the track and I'm going to A-B the EQ by switching it in and out. And I really want you to focus your attention on the low-end instruments, especially the kick and the bass. Listen to how that focus will shift. The clarity and the depth will affect your perception of the kick and bass. So here we go. I'm going to take it from around about the middle of the track. Let's have a listen.
I'm standing here, boy, so don't let me.
Pretty crazy, right? For those of you that were struggling to hear that change, I'm actually just going to do a bit of an extreme boost. I'm actually going to push it up to around about 4 dBs or so. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. And let's have a listen to what that sounds like.
So don't let me.
Pretty crazy. Right, now, the type of EQ you choose will also add some sort of sonic character to your track. So you really need to make an informed decision about which tools you're going to use in your mastering session. For example, EQs that mimic or emulate analog models will introduce harmonic distortions that could either be really useful or a complete disaster for the master. So you really need to choose your tools quite carefully. In order to add the depth and dimension that you need in a pop master, a really useful technique and tool is to use a mid-side EQ. So I'm going to load up a linear phase EQ because I'm looking for something that is really transparent so that I don't end up muddying the mix, but instead I create that clarity and I add the depth and the dimension that I need without adding in any additional artifacts. So I'm choosing the linear phase EQ here, and I load it up in dual mono, and I come in and I switch it through to mid-side, and I'm going to leave the mids as completely unequalized at 0, nice and flat. And then on the sides, in order to get that depth and clarity that I'm looking for in the Pop Master, I can now enhance the stereo image of the Pop Master by boosting the frequencies between 8 kilohertz and say 10 kilohertz and above in the side channels. Make sure that I'm on the side over here. And again, I'm just going to give it a very gentle lift. I'm going to give it, say, 2 dBs or so. And let's have a listen to what that does.
Don't let me go. I'm standing here, boy. So don't let me.
right, I'm going to play it just one more time. Anytime you process the master track, take note of how all the instruments in the mix are being affected. This is the mindset of a mastering engineer. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next video.